Hello there, amazing viewers and subscribers. Welcome to a brand new exciting Doctor Who video for today. For this video, we're looking at my fantastic Doctor Who figure collection. And of course, as a figure collection, I've not got figures in one certain place, but I have got them all the way kind of round. So we're going to go through all of these and what I've got from each Doctor. So let's dive into the first Doctor. So of course we have the Unearthly Child TARDIS with the Unearthly Child First Doctor behind the First Doctor from the Sensorite set. And then of course we have the Keys of Mariner set there. Behind them we've got the Daleks. And then of course we have Ian Chesterton, the First Doctor with the 4 Sensorites. Because I literally bought 2 sets of the Sensorites and I literally turned one to the Elder Sensorite, then the normal Sensorites at the back. Then of course story number kind of for the season 2, we have the Dalek Invasion of Earth, where as you can see we've got the fantastic 4 Daleks, including 2 Dalek drones. And then at the front we have the Chase Daleks, like right at the front and center. And then of course diving into over here, so really sorry, before we get there, I forgot to point out my Doctor Who Where Planet First Doctor figure next to the Chase. So you kind of got a little section for season 1, season 2. Season 3, we have the Daleks Master Plan next to the First Doctor with a 10th planet Cyberman. The Power of the Dalek set with a nice newly regenerated Second Doctor to go with them. The Emperor Dalek Guard and 2 Cybermen to represent the moon base. And of course the Tomb of the Cybermen. And down here we have the fantastic Second Doctor's TARDIS, electronic, and of course the fur coat that came with it for the Abominable Snowman set. As you can see, we have an Ice Warrior and, of course, an Invasion Cyberman. Then, of course, we have the Second Doctor from the War Games. The TARDIS is actually somewhere in my window. Then, of course, we have our regenerated Third Doctor made by myself. My custom Third Doctor from Spare from Space with 2 Autons. A nice representation of the Claws of Axos with the Brigadier, Captain Mike Yates, Sergeant Benton, and the Master. Day of the Daleks being represented there. Then of course we have 2 Sea Devils for my favourite story of John Pertwee's era, the Sea Devils. And then of course we have the Time Monster set with the Third Doctor and TARDIS with Joe literally right behind the Third Doctor there. Then of course we've got the nice little representation for the 3 Doctors with Omega, the Third Doctor, the Second Doctor and the First Doctor. Then of course we have the Carnival Monsters with a Jurassic and a Third Doctor. And then of course we have Planet of the Daleks being represented here with the Dalek Supreme and of course an invisible Dalek from Spyridon. And then of course we have 2 Centauris to represent the Time Warrior. And then of course we've got the Third Doctor and Sarah Jane from the Time Monster. Sorry, the Monster Paladon. Followed by Death to the Daleks and a regenerated 4th Doctor. Then diving into the 4th Doctor, we have got Robot being represented quite easily. The Santaran Experiment, as you can see here. And of course we've got Genesis of the Dalek. Then we've got Sarah Jane from Genesis of the Daleks. Then of course more Daleks from Genesis and a Dalek. And of course Davros with an ornament of the Sea Devil head there. Then of course we've got the 4th Doctor from the Terror of the Zygon set. And then in here we've got season 13 being represented with the Zygon Broton. With of course the Brigadier there, Sergeant Benton and a unit soldier. With Sutek and the Robot Mummies. Season 14 and 15 with basically the Deadly Assassin set with the 4th Doctor as a Time Lord. And of course you've got right at the back, as you can see, the other 2 Time Lords with the Master. The Fuck Robot from behind from the Robots of Death. Then of course we have a talented winged triangle represented by the 4th Doctor. Then of course season 15 with the 4th Doctor, Leela, and of course somebody that just went flying off, aka K9. Now Leela's gone flying. And then, of course, season 16 represented with 2 Romanas. And I need to put Leela back on front and centre. So here we've got Destiny of the Daleks being represented here with 2 Dalek drones with the 4th Doctor and Romana. And then down here we have the fantastic Tomb of Ellens with 2 Daleks. And that's basically it for that shelf. Then coming up here, we've got Romana from the Horns of Nimon and a season 18 Tom Baker. And then diving into season 19. So we've got Peter Davison with 2 androids and of course the Cyber Bomb from Earthshock. The 5th Doctor from, as we all know, The Visitation. The 5 Doctors being represented here with the 5th, 3rd, second and first Doctor with a Dalek, Cyberman, and of course an Astron robot. Warriors of the Deep, and of course the Awakening. The Caves of Androzani with the 5th Doctor and a regenerated 6th Doctor. Looking pretty cool. Then coming down here, we have the 6th Doctor being represented. So we've got the 6th Doctor, we've got Simon, we've got Perry, 2 Santarans, the Androgum Doctor, followed by 2 Daleks from Revelation of the Dalek, sorry. The 6th Doctor in, as you all know, real time, the Ultimate Adventure. Then, of course, we have the Terror of the Vervoids variant. And at the back, we have my customed Sylvester McCoy in his regenerated 6th Doctor outfit. Then, of course, the 7th Doctor, Mel, another 7th Doctor. And, of course, we have Ace and a Dalek at the back. And then, of course, we have 2 other Daleks here. 2 Cybermen to represent Silver Nemesis. Season 26 McCoy at the back there. Then, of course, we've got the Doctor from the TV movie. And then, of course, we have a load of 8th Doctors from the TV movie, Big Finish, and, of course, Night of the Doctor. A War Doctor figure with the moment. Jumping into Christopher Eccleston's era with the 9th Doctor, 2 Autons, and the Mox Balzoom. And that is it for this corner of the room. So dive me to the next corner for the next part of my figure collection. Right then, so as you can see, now we're diving into Christopher Eccleston territory with the zombie Gelf that light glows in the dark on top of basically the face of both, followed by 2 Savine, the Pig Slave, and Rose, followed by the Metaltron Dalek figure that we had last year in the B&M sets. Then, of course, we have the Editor looking pretty cool there. Then, of course, we have a Reaper at the back to represent Father's Day, the Empty Child and the Doctor Dances. And then, of course, we have Bad Wolf and Part of the Ways with the Dalek with the, as we all know, the actual fantastic claw machine when it got through the door to kill Linda with a Y. But then, of course, 4 Daleks actually come up behind her. The holographic 9th Doctor. Then, of course, you've got the regenerated 9th Doctor and the regenerated 10th Doctor with a TARDIS money box. And then, of course, you've got the rare at the back, Doctor the Complete First Series. Then, of course, we have, as you can see here, 2 of the Cigarette Warriors. And then up here, as you can see, we've got my collection box set slip covers here. We have in front of them basically all of Series 2 and a little bit of Series 3. So on this side, we have basically New Earth. Then, of course, we've got the Werewolf for the Claws of Teeth and Claw. Followed by, as you all know, the school reunion set with the Quillatane and Sarah Jane. 2 Clockwork Droids, Nelvis Hain with K9. An army of Cybermen to represent basically Army Ghost Doomsday and, of course, Rise of Summit and Age of Steel. The Impossible Planet and Satan's Pit with the 10th Doctor with a helmet, the 10th Doctor with a broken helmet, Toby said Possess, and, of course, 2 Ood. And then, of course, we have the Cult of Skaro with the Genesis Arc. And at the back, we have another Cult of Skaro set here, as you can see, with basically the 10th Doctor wearing the 3D glasses, Rose and Mickey. Then coming forward, we have the 10th Doctor and Martha. Then, of course, we have Do next to the electronic TARDIS. Before, at the side of that, we have the Rachnos. Then coming forward centre, we have a nice, fantastic figure display to basically Daleks in Manhattan and Evolution of the Daleks. And then slowly at the back, we have, as you can see here, we have 3 Scarecrow Warriors from Human Nature and Family Blood and a Weeping Angel. And then coming down over here, we've got the rest of Series 3. We have Utopia, Sounds of the Drums, and Last of the Time Lords being represented with Professor Yana, the Saxon Master, regenerated, and of course the Saxon Master wearing a suit with Captain Jack and Martha and the 10th Doctor. Astrid Peth is the only figure I've got to represent, as you all know, the Runaway Bride. And of course we have the 10th Doctor, Donna, and 2 Ood to represent Planet of the Ood. A Santaran, the 10th Doctor with glasses, the Dalek Supreme. In front of the Dalek Supreme we have, as you all know, Torchwood star Graham Cooper and Sarah Jane Smith to try and give basically that fantastic 2-parter, The Storm, Earth and Journey's End, a good figure representation. Then, of course, we have 3 figures from the B&M set of the 10th Doctor from a couple of years ago. And then, of course, we've got the End of Time being represented with Rassilon, the Master, the injured 10th Doctor, and, of course, a regenerated 11th Doctor. Then, of course, you've got the 11th Doctor in his raggedy style. Then, of course, we have Amy Pond, the 11th Doctor in his TARDIS. And then, of course, you've got a little mini micro figure of Rory. Then of course we have the Smilers and the half Smiler, and of course the human to represent the beast below. Then of course we have Victory of the Daleks being represented over here with the Dalek Supreme, the Dalek, the blue Dalek, I can't remember what Dalek it was, or the yellow Dalek, but I got 3 of the Paradigm Daleks, so just got to get 2 more. The 11th Doctor, behind them you got 2 Weeping Angels, and then of course you got the vampire fish creatures. Then of course you got a Roman soldier with a broken Cyberman that literally had the sword through by Rory. Then of course the Cyberman with the helmet off, with basically a Revel from the from basically Torchwood and Professor River Song. And then of course we have 2 stone, as you can see, basically 2 stone autons of the Roman soldiers and a stone Cyberman. Then of course we have the fantastic TARDIS set from, as you'll know, A Christmas Carol, that was released back in 2011. Series 6 over here with basically the younger version of River, aka Melody Pond, and of course you've got the Silence, the Ganga, 11th Doctor, a Cyberman from Closing Time, Amy Pond, and of course we have a Centauran basically representing Strax. And then down here we've got some of the Daleks being represented here with Oswin, and of course a Dalek with basically a Saigon, Cyberman, and an Ice Warrior. Then of course you've got the War Doctor, a little mini 10th Doctor, and the 11th Doctor there. The regenerated 11th Doctor figure there. And then of course we go into Peter Capaldi with basically his outfit from the basically it's supposed to be from Deep Breath, but they haven't bothered to paint the waistcoat. And at the back we have a very dark, we have Missy, we've got the 12th Doctor from Listen, Rusty, a Cyberman, and of course we have the robot. Series 9 over here with basically 2 versions of the 12th Doctor, and of course my custom 12th Doctor figure in Davros's chair from which is familiar. And of course you've got Davros. Series 10 Capaldi with Bill, Missy, and of course my customed Master to try and give him with the beard. Then of course we have Twice Upon a Time with basically David Bradley's Doctor, and of course the TARDIS. Then down here we've got the Jodie Whittaker era with Graham, Ryan and Yaz, the Wrecker Sons Dalek. Then of course we have Fugitive of Jiju being kind of represented with the 13th Doctor, the Roof Doctor, to Juju with Captain Jack. Then of course we have Yaz from that story, and then of course we have the 13th Doctor, Yaz from Flux, and then of course my custom Weeping Angel 13th Doctor with me 2 Weeping Angels. And then we have the Power of the Doctor here with the regenerated 13th Doctor, after basically the Master kind of put all the bits and dabs with the 14th Doctor. And I've left the gap here for the new figures that are supposed to be coming out quite soon, for basically the 15th Doctor, Ruby Sunday, and the Wrath Warrior. And hopefully we do get Beat the Meep, so that way I can have representation of the Star Beast on the shelf as well. Which means I just got to try and get my hands on another Donna Noble figure so I can put her next to the 14th Doctor. And that is actually it for my figure collection. So we're going from the top of here, which is mainly like Series 2, aka Season 28, down to the 60th anniversary. Series 1, aka Season 27. And then over here we have Season 1 and 2, 3, 4, and a little bit of 5. 5 to basically 9. 9 to a little bit of 11. 11 to kind of 17. Then we've got 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and seasons 22, 23, 24, and a little bit of season 25 and 6. Followed by the TV movie and Big Finish, and then into the 9th Doctor era with basically season 27, aka series 1. So that is actually my whole Doctor Who figure collection, going from up there, going all the way along. I have got some gaps to try and add more figures in. Like when we get the Emperor Davros out. I mean, I am searching B&M at the moment, and the Resurrection sets, but I'm actually loving my figure collection, and I've been collecting these since 2006 when they first came out, and I was really on collecting them, and I've took good care of my figures since then. I am trying to track down all of Classic Who, because I haven't got all of the Classic Who figures. I missed quite a lot, but I really think so far I've managed to do quite well with my figure collection. So thank you for watching this video. Please do like, subscribe and share, and join me for more awesome Doctor Who figures and more awesome Doctor Who content.